Hi students, how are you? I think all of you are okay and passing your time with your normal studies as we have started our online classes from the last month and we are taking classes regularly. All the subjects are running well and teachers are very attentive to make your progress in regarding to your studies, and that's why you should pay much more attention to our online classes. I think some of you are still negligent in attending the classes and viewing the classes. Please don't neglect and be adhered to, and that will make your help for better understanding of our classes. Today I would like to do with you first paper, free writing section, which is not being touched for a long time, that is the writing part. Today we will try to understand how to write a graph chart well. You know, writing graph chart is a skill and with which you are comfortable because in your SSC level you have done it. Graph chart writing, that is, there are two columns, there are two types of graph chart you see. One is bar graph chart, that is column graph chart, and another is pie graph chart. Today we will do both of them and we will narrate. I will try my level best to narrate the graph and you will have to listen to me very minutely to understand how to write a graph, how to narrate a graph. Let us go to the graph. You see, here is a graph. Which graph it is? It is called bar graph chart, that is column graph chart. Column, there are three columns and another 3 columns and another 3 columns. That is, the survey has been taken in 3 consecutive years, that is 2000, 2010 and 2020. That is, in 3 years a survey has taken on how the students of Bangladesh pass their leisure time, and according to that the graph has been drawn. You see, here is in the graph there are 2 columns. One is vertical column, that is 0%, 10%, 20%, 30, 40, 50, 60%. This is called vertical graph, vertical line. It is indicating the range of the volume, that is 40%, 50%, 10%. It is called range. The vertical line is to mark the range, and there is another line which is horizontal line. In horizontal line we see 3 consecutive years in which the survey has been taken, that is in 2000 flat, in 2010 and in 2020 the survey has been taken on the students. এখানে আমরা একটা গ্রাফ দেখতে পাচ্ছি। এই গ্রাফে আমি বলতে চাচ্ছি যে আমাদের দুটো রেখা আছে, একটা হলো ঊর্ধ্বমুখী রেখা, লম্বিক রেখা, আর একটা হলো আনুভূমিক রেখা। এই লম্বিক রেখায় আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি শতাংশে, মানে পার্সেন্টেজে, শতাংশে এদের মাত্রা দেওয়া আছে 40%, 50%, 10%। এটা রেঞ্জ বা মাত্রা আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি। আর আমরা এই যে আনুভূমিক রেখায় পাচ্ছি যে এই যে আমাদের দেশের ছাত্ররা তাদের অবসরকালীন সময়টা কিভাবে কাটায় তার উপরে যে জরিপটা হয়েছিল কোন বর্ষে, সেই বর্ষগুলো উল্লেখ করা আছে, যেমন 2000-এ, 2010 সালে এবং 2020 সালে। এই 3 সালের আমরা বিবরণটা লিখব, খুব সুন্দর করে বিবরণটা লিখব। এখানে দেখো আমাদের প্রশ্নটা এরকম থাকে, দ্য গ্রাফ অ্যাবভ শোজ দ্য পাস্ট টাইম অ্যাক্টিভিটিস অফ দ্য স্টুডেন্টস অফ বাংলাদেশ। এই গ্রাফটা দেখাচ্ছে বাংলাদেশের ছাত্রদের অবসরকালীন সময় অতিবাহিতকরণের ধারা। ডিসক্রাইব দ্য গ্রাফ, এই গ্রাফটাকে আমাদের এখন বর্ণনা করতে হবে। ইন অ্যাট লিস্ট 80 ওয়ার্ডস, অন্ততপক্ষে 80টা শব্দে আমরা এই গ্রাফটাকে বিবরণ দেব। তো আমরা এরকম করে লিখব। এই সেন্টেন্সটা কিন্তু আমরা কোট করতে পারি, দ্য গ্রাফ অ্যাবভ শোজ দ্য পাস্ট টাইম অ্যাক্টিভিটিস অফ দ্য স্টুডেন্টস অফ বাংলাদেশ। অ্যাকর্ডিং টু দ্য গ্রাফ উই সি 2 কলামস। দেখো এভাবে লিখব, অ্যাকর্ডিং টু দ্য গ্রাফ গিভেন, অর্থাৎ দেও গ্রাফের অনুযায়ী আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি দেয়ার আর 2 lines, one is vertical line, another is horizontal line. The vertical line indicates the range and the horizontal indicating the year in which the survey has been taken. According to the first survey, which was taken in 2000, we see the percentage of students watching TV. That you see the matching of color, blue. So this is to be described watching TV here. So watching TV, percentage of watching TV was 40%, and the percentage games and sports was 50%. That is, 40% students used to pass their time watching TV in 2000, and 50% students used to pass their time in games and sports, and only 10% of students in 2000. In 2000, only 10% of students used to spend their time on online program, that is internet online program. You see very obviously that in 2000 internet was not so available, and that's why the number of internet users were so little. Games and sports was much higher, and then comes 40% of watching TV. This is the scenario in 2000, but the scenario is changed in 2010. In this year, we see the number of students watching TV has been increased to a small extent, that is 40 to 48, and number of games and sports, that is outdoor games and sports, has been decreased because students are very aversive to go to outside. They want to remain closed door and try to their smartphone always, and that's why games and sports has been decreased to a little extent, that is 50 to 40%, and online program, that is internet user, number of internet user has been increased. When in 2000 that was 10%, and 2010 that was 10%, in 2010 15%, that has been increased. That is, it shows the internet user using is being increased day by day, 10 to 15. The last year, the recent survey, which is very recent survey, 2020, it is the present year, the number of watching TV, the students of number watching TV has been increased abruptly due to coronavirus. The students are not going outside, and that's why they want to pass their time watching TV. 55%, that has been increased, and games and sports has been much more decreased. It has been further decreased. এটা আরও কমে গেছে, 30% নেমে আসছে। But internet or online program watching, online internet users has been increased dramatically. That is 25%, because you see, due to the closed door remaining all through the near about 6 months, long 6 months within the closed door, we are being habituated on online, and now we are, both teachers and students are very familiar to this device, online device. That is, we are using internet for learning, for demonstrating, and for listening, and that's why number of onliners have been increased. That has been increased 25%. So this is the practical scenario of Bangladesh students, how they are passing their times. The graph clearly indicates the number of internet users is being increased day by day. Outgoing play, that is like playing cricket, playing football, is being decreased, but watching TV is being increased due to not going outside. This is the description. I have described the graph, more than 80 words, and you have to grasp the words and try to write down it immediately, and then you will be able to write it. Please try to write according to my description immediately. This is called bar graph chart or column graph chart. This is column graph chart or bar graph chart. Let us go to another chart, which is called pie chart. You see, here is a pie chart, that is circle. The circle has been divided into 7 sectors. Here is the color matching, that is deep blue for food, red for clothes, green for education, etc. Ultraviolet is for power, light blue is for transportation, orange is for others, and ocean blue is for saving. So blue matching is to be described in words. Very simple. You will have to describe like this. We see a pie chart, and according to the pie chart, we see the distribution of money or taka in percentage of a family's income into different categories. That is, there are 7 categories of expenditure of a family. Suppose you can start like this. Mr. Malik is a banker. He earns 40,000 taka per month. He has a small family with 2 kids, both going to school, and he has a midwife, and he has to manage his family within his small income. How he has to spend his money, or on what purpose he has to spend money per month? You see, for food, he has to spend money out of total income 25%. That is 40. If the amount is salary amount is 40,000, the 25% of that 40,000 is to be spent for buying food. He has to spend another 50% of his total income for buying clothes or dresses. Another 22% of his income he has to spend for education. That is, educational expenses are being increased because we are being urban, and all of our trying to put our kids into a better institution. You see, in Dhaka or in mega cities, in better institutions, the monthly wage is very high. That's why educational expenses are being increased. 22% he has to spend, nearly similar to food. 22% is to spend for education, and he has to spend 5% for power, that is paying electricity bill. He has to spend his 5% of his total income a month. Another 12% is to spend for transportation, that is for transportation both for him going to office and both for the kids going to schools and returning from schools to house. And he has to spend 12% of his total income. And you see others, that is in orange, others 8% of his total income. That is out of 40,000, he has to spend 8% of that 40% for others, that is including entertainment, washing clothes, toiletries, cosmetics, all these things including 8%. And last but not the least, that is very important, which is he has to save a certain amount of money, that is 15% of his total income. He has to save it as premium of his insurance. That is 15% of his total month income he has to spend as premium paying in different insurance companies. This is the scenario of a employee. He has to spend the total income of his per month. The section of expenditure has been shown in different color, and I have described it from clockwise. I have described it clockwise. আমি ঘড়ি যেমন চলে সেইভাবে তোমাদেরকে দেখিয়েছি। 25% খাদ্যের জন্য, 13% for clothes, 22% for educational expenses, and 5% for paying electricity bill, 12% for transportation, 8% for others including entertainment, including toiletries, including cosmetics, etc., and 15% is for saving. এই যে বিবরণটা সুন্দর করে গুছিয়ে যদি লিখতে পারো তাহলে তোমাদের মার্কস ক্যারি হবে। এই গ্রাফটা লেখার কায়দাটা তোমাদেরকে আমি ইংরেজিতে কিছুটা বলেছি, বাংলায় ভালো করে বোঝার জন্য বললাম। আশা করি যেহেতু তোমরা এসএসসি লেভেলেও এই গ্রাফ চার্ট লিখে আসছো, আজকে একটা প্রাথমিক ধারণা তোমাদের দিয়ে রাখলাম। আশা করি এখান থেকে তোমরা কীভাবে গ্রাফ লিখতে হয় সেই বিষয়টা ভালো করে লক্ষ্য করেছো, এবং বাড়িতে এই দুটো চার্ট, আমাদের প্রথম দেখা কলাম চার্ট আর দ্বিতীয়তে দেখলাম পাই চার্ট, এই দুটো চার্ট যদি নিজে থেকে লেখার চেষ্টা করো, এখনই লেখার চেষ্টা করো, তাহলে তোমরা বেনিফিটেড হবে। তো আজকে আমরা এখানে রাখছি। আমরা সামনের দিনে আমরা দ্বিতীয় পত্রে গ্রামার আইটেম নিয়ে তোমাদের সামনে হাজির হব। ততক্ষণ পর্যন্ত তোমরা সবাই ভালো থাকবে এবং লেখাপড়ার মধ্যে থাকবে। আমরা একটা বিশেষ সময়ে ক্লাসে উপস্থিত থাকতে পারছি না, কিন্তু আমরা এই ভার্চুয়াল মিডিয়াতে আমরা একে অপরের সাথে সম্পৃক্ত। আমাদের সাথে তোমাদের দেখা হচ্ছে আবারও। আমি আবারও তোমাদের দ্বিতীয় পত্রের গ্রামারের কোনো একটা আইটেম নিয়ে হাজির হব। ততদিন শুভেচ্ছা, সবাই ভালো থাকবে।